get a shot at that red in the sky at some point. That would be great. But all in all, we're having some great cricket here. And
the music on the sidelines, it really shows the diverse population. We've gone from the Latino music now, and we've got a little reggae going in the background. So this is a fascinating park.
Yes, and a really delightful park. Now, USF can still do this, but what they need right now is to stop the fall of wickets and
put 5 down position. We've got 5 down, and we're probably getting toward the tail end of the batting. So
31 for 5 after 6.1 overs, and Makavali has not scored yet. Karthik on 2, having faced 3 deliveries. Karthik on strike.
So we have to get 110 runs now in about 14 overs. The batsman did not know where that ball went. He lost it in the sky there. In flight.
And American College Cricket on TV Asia, of course, brought to you by Coca-Cola and Dish Network. And it's been a delight to go across the country in these regionals and not only see the cricket played, but meet all of the wonderful college cricket players. As Candela comes running in, this one's pitched on the wicket, and as we saw with that shot there, and the batsman plays, no opportunity for a run. And of course, we're given a different perspective here. We're given a perspective of the batsman watching the bowler running up and bowling. As he pulls this one away, this could be a couple of runs here. No, they just settle for a single. And that's one of the other things, as you get towards the lower order, they're not necessarily as skilled as the batsmen, but the specialist batsmen at doing the little things like running that first run fast and looking for the second. So,
good point, Lloyd. I think on this particular case here, you're seeing a lot of the batsmen now playing around the ball rather than getting behind it, and that's usually a reflection of the fact that they're not getting in line, or they're not picking the ball up earlier like the better batsmen do. So that's why you don't see this crisper batting technique with the lower order bats. And now we've got a bowler here who's ready to execute and take the team apart. That's a wonderful hit. Wonderful hit there. And a great answer to a bowler who's dominated the last 6 or 7 balls. So 6 runs to Karthik. A good answer.
38 for 5 after 7.1 overs. And USF will need a lot more like that, or in a similar vein.
Yes. Now we need about 10 of those to make it really work.
We, of course,
and now they put a fielder in that position, of course. So if we have that same shot, he's going to get caught out.
We are appreciative of the scoring being done, and we're using the Quick HQ app for scoring. All American college cricket teams should be using that going forward. And it's an excellent app that is runs outside the off stump, that not only scores but also gives you an ability to build your stats, and because it does it for you automatically, as well as give you all the analytic tools to analyze your game, dot balls, all of these things, wagon wheels. As he swings at this one, misses, and it's really incredible. Of course, every now and again it might crash or something. You might have an occasional bug, but overall we are so pleased with it and have been using it.
Certainly helped today.
Yes,
I love it. Hit that.
Hit back in that same general area, but along the ground. That'll be 4 runs. So there goes the theory of putting the fielder over there.
I think we've got our top batsman of today on this side, of course.
Well, that's the thing about placing the fielder where Shotman before. Other batsmen can, change slightly what he's going to do. He can hit it a little harder.
Yes.
So it can elude that field even if it passes, fairly close.
Right. Well, that's the sign of good batting. I mean, you're batting for the gaps. And, if you can still steer that ball and position that ball, then it takes the fielder's advantage away.
And of course, one of the stalwarts in American college cricket now is you watch the left arm Sidga. And this one turns nicely off the leg, backward square for a single.
This is a very confidence building inning for the young man. I mean, he's had a 6 to 4 and now a 1. Yeah, back in the game against their best, the Gators' best bowler. It's good stuff.
Left arm Sidga.
Tap here. Now they've learned to play the leg break. I mean, they're now getting that foot down the ball that comes into that leg stump, and they're scoring runs off it. Now that didn't happen when Karthik got out. Had not picked up on that leg break movement.
Well, it's interesting that these are
Yes. They've worked this bowler out.
It's the part time,
but I do know the bowler that he is. He